Don't you fucking do it. That stasis shard tracks real far. Forgot, it's back here. Almost forgot. What is this? This is Destiny. Yeah, I know. This is a new game. Brand new game. I don't have anti-barrier at the moment. Ooh. How's it going, Evo? Having a good night? Good to see you. Take my vesper. The scout's great for GMs. Just woke up, I'm about to find an LFG for the exotic mission. Hell yeah. Well, spoilers then. This is a scout from it. You've seen the exotic. It's pretty good. Ooh! Almost just ran into those. Tried it with transistor, and it went very bad. F. I don't know what you mean by transistor. Randoms. Yeah, I originally did that, and it kind of went well until we got to the boss, and then I realized one of the two was 1790. And so it was effectively two of us doing damage. Outside of that, it was going well. Then I just did it with open and support. There's also lore and little like cruxes to shoot after the mission, like 7 of them. So once you beat the boss, don't leave. It's just for lore and whatnot. But like there's a statue, there's little things to pick up. But yeah. Hell, I was the only one doing damage. Yeah. I feel that. Kinda same. The Titan, like, we had a 1820 Titan that was doing decent damage, but even then, with the timer, it just wasn't working with someone at 1790. They could barely even kill the Minotaurs. And so it was me and the Titan going around and two-manning the Minotaurs even. And like at the end, they couldn't kill him at all, so me and the Titan had to kill the Minotaur ones. What are these? Are these spawning because of the mods? They look a lot different visually because of the shines. I like it. Even brighter. Cool lore, yeah. But they're easy to miss. Which is why I mentioned them. I didn't know they were there. Support had to be like, no, stay. There's still stuff. Yeah, it was rough, but I loved it. Yeah, it's a really good boss fight. Like, it's nice that there's actual damage, or that you need some damage to it. I don't know how it's gonna be solo, but it's really nice in general. Fighting the Tormentor is fun. I don't know, just with Strand, it's pretty fun. Freeze! Freeze! And the tracking that the shards have when you kill enemies is much stronger than the fragment. As you can tell, I haven't found a range fall off for it yet. Like, there's a small delay between the time it will track you and whatnot, but from what I can tell, it'll do it at any range. I don't know if it works, or if it substitutes the fragment entirely, or how that might work with other stasis stuff, but it's very nice on its own. We're running a triple element. We've got Vesper, we've got this for stasis and shards, and then we've got strand. Thanks for my bait and switch. Hey, hold still. Thank you. Hey, hold still. Oh. Okay. Rip. Okay. I didn't think it was aiming at me, but okay. That's my fault. From the spot. Miss your leg. There we go. Let me freeze you. Oh. There we go. There we go. Freeze it. I don't think it's gonna entirely freeze the tank. It slows it, I think, though. Teammates are over there just handling everything else. Don't worry, it's alright. Distracting the tank, I think. Yeah, it's gonna become one of my new favorite scouts for PvE and PvP. I tried this a little bit in PvP right before this GM. It's not bad. It's a little slow compared to like Randy's right now, because there's obviously the 260 running around, so it's half, or it's twice the fire rate of this, with a better TTK I think, because it's 45 versus this is 62. And so with the fire rate being faster, both of them are still 4 shots to kill, precision-wise, I think. So it's not the greatest right now in PvP, but like that's fine. It's still a great scout for it. It's accurate. It's stable. It's precise. It slows. It makes shards. And so when you're on like strand here, it's really easy for me to make shards for melee energy. Always have melee energy. Looks dope though. Yeah, it is a cool looking gun too. It's a hive, like it's kind of hive and darknessy because the front half is hive. Like Savathun, kind of light bearer or lucent hive. The back hives, their back half's the big root of nightmares stuff. For the fish. What's its perk? It's a stasis one, so let me see the actual. We're in a super refined. Yeah, so precision kills or precision hits, while you have the buff up, which is just landing rapid precision hits. creates a stasis shard when you kill an enemy, and the shard tracks to you. So that, like that stasis shard we just made, it tracks to you. And from what I can tell, there's no minimum damage for it, or there's no max range for it damage. It'll track to you at any range that you make it, from what I've been able to tell. It might take it a sec before it starts tracking to you, depending on the range, but it will eventually start tracking to you. And it reloads the weapon when you get a or when you get a shard. And landing rapid precision hits, like the base trait of the weapon, slows enemies. So it applies slow, then it'll freeze, and then essentially killing the enemies you've been freezing / slowing from the normal will spawn a shard, which tracks to you, reloads the weapon, and gives you energy, melee energy back. Ooh, don't kill us. It's pretty dope. Oh wow, yeah. Kind of an all-in-one. Oh yeah, now we have this. Linears work better on the Tormentor, huh? Maybe. I used a rocket / machine gun / abilities from Strand. But yeah, linears are pretty good. I also did rockets a little, or I did rockets in one of them and they were doing good damage. With the bait and switch last wish rocket here. Reconstruction. Where's our friend? But linears might work better for ammo. I was running into ammo issues with the rocket. And having people under 1810 significantly does hurt their damage. It might not hurt their survivability, but it hurts their damage. We had someone running 1790 and we just couldn't do it. Because they weren't able to do hardly any damage. They couldn't kill the Minotaurs really even. But they were 1789, 1790, so that would make sense, because it's 1810. Wait, no, Simpy's gone for the next 3 days. I don't know why entirely, but yeah. And Open's busy. I was gonna help him with GMs today. But, yeah, he's not on right now. Yup. What? I wanted to try this out in GMs. Because I really like this new scout, and it's really nice. We're gonna die. We're not gonna die. Feels good that we got an actual exotic primary. That's really useful as well. Like, all the other exotic primaries are pretty useful, but like in PvE and PvP, like we're freezing alone on stasis just by dealing a little bit of damage. Like, that's great. Should have waited on that. Ooh, it's explosive shank. Yeah, hey, hello. Don't do it. Don't do it. shit. It's great. It can deal with all champions pretty easily because it freezes fast enough that it can deal with barrier. You still have to be a little smart about it for barriers, but it can easily deal with them all because the slow stuns overload. Freeze steals, or the freeze and breakout stuns unstop, and then freezing doesn't break the barrier, but you can time it to never deal with the barrier. Or use it to overload it with damage. I love the soundtrack, it is great. GG! Oh wow, and I just destroyed it there in the end, cool. Gets me hyped, yeah. GG!